I start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, and Kakadash. I also want to give a double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this word, and the brothers who teach down with sincerity. I also want to give a salutation to the elect scattered across the four corners of the earth. And so TikTok banned my page, so you haven't really heard from me now unless you have my YouTube. Then I was kind of just haven't been downloading no videos or nothing to put on because I put on my YouTube, which is the main page, but I mainly interact with TikTok because I'm on TikTok more. I was just down, uninspired, but like you said, you got to keep going. You can slow down. Sometimes we slow down, but never just stop and go cold for the Lord. You know, that's a no. Lord can do some vicious things to you. I know brothers who gave up, who are doing horrible, because if you give up this truth, just then you have nobody to pray to when stuff hits the fan, or when just normal stuff happen. You need extra money for your bills, and Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai comes through for you, or just a simple prayer to make sure you get to work safely and nothing happens to you. If you turn your back on this ministry and you stop doing the work, why should the Lord answer your prayers? And that's a scary thing to me, because we're going to need the Lord to the point that we're going to have to call, that the angel Michael's going to have to come down here and fight for us. All right, it's going to get that bad, so you don't want to do that. All right, so I've been reading Ecclesiasticus lately, and Ecclesiasticus is so deep. I think everybody needs to read it. That's if you're new and you find yourself feeling some type of way, like if you feel like you missing out in this world, or you missing out, or you gave up an opportunity, you feel, just read Ecclesiasticus, and the Lord lets you know that everything in this world is vanity upon vanity. All right, so I'm on Ecclesiasticus 3, but I think I wanted Ecclesiasticus 2. I said in my heart, go to now, I will prove these with mirth. Therefore, enjoy pleasure, and behold, this also is vanity. Enjoying pleasure and mirth, all right? And let's look into the word mirth. Pleasure, all right? Pretty much is what mirth is. Glad is like what feeds this flesh is pleasure. All right, everybody falls for pleasure. Pleasure in having money, a whole bunch of women. Pleasure in having fame. Pleasure in having a career. Pleasure in having a car. Pleasure in having cattle. Everything is pleasure, which is all vanity under the sun, which is what he's saying. Like even the things that pleasure me, even though I don't let the things that pleasure me get too dark and on the deep end, because I'm rolling with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, so it's pleasures that only the pleasures that the Lord allowed me to have is the only thing I'm really dealing with. I'm not dealing with the pleasures, and I'm not allowing it to get to that point where I'm obsessed with it and it becomes my God, because that's what these people be doing. Like I take pleasure in playing the PS5 and coming home and maybe writing some music or something, or playing with my animals, or reading the scriptures, or doing the video. Depends on where my spirit is. And them are the things I enjoy pleasure in. I don't enjoy in pleasure and just messing around with a whole bunch of women and stuff no more, because the repercussions of them things is just too much. So like if you come in this truth and you just sitting here and you thinking about Isaiah 4:1 all the time, I really don't think that's the spirit you should be in right now, because these women aren't worthy of really being with us at this time, and they bring in a lot of spirits, and they can have you going off and doing a lot of things. You can lose this truth over a woman, all right? I said of laughter, it is mad, and of mirth, what does it? I said in my heart to give myself unto wine, yet courting my heart with wisdom, and to lay hold on folly, till I might see what was that good for the Son of Man, which they should do under the heavens all the days of their lives. I'm gonna read the NLT. After much thought, I decided to cheer myself with wine, and while still seeking wisdom, I clutched at foolishness. In this way, I tried to experience the only happiness most people find during their brief life in the world. Right, so pretty much she wanted to see, because remember, this is Ecclesiasticus. This is David's son, the preacher. It says right here, the words of the preacher, the son of David, king in Jerusalem. All right. I saw in my, so he was a very, very, as I skipped one, he was a very, very rich man. He had everything. He was a king, and he still had wisdom and knowledge with him. All right. And the whole point of this lesson is this man had everything. If I can just find it. All right, right here. I sought in my heart to give myself unto wine. That's not it. And it made me great. Yeah, this is it. I already read that part though. I made me great works. I builded me houses. I planted me vineyards. I made me gardens and orchards, and I planted trees in them of all kinds of fruits. I made me pools of waters to water therewith the woods that bringeth forth trees. He had swimming pools. He had vineyards. Pretty much going back to the time he was living, and he was filthy rich, and he had everything he wanted. I got me servants and maidens, and had servants born in my house. Also, I had great possessions of great and small cattle above all that were in Jerusalem before me. See, this man had more than the average rich person. He was rich, all right? So, coming from a man who had wisdom and knowledge, who was in the Lord was dealing with him. He was a prophet, and he had the riches. I want y'all to hear what he had to say about everything that this world falls to, all right? Because everybody sold their soul to Satan, all right? All the celebrities, all the politicians, all the top YouTubers, all the top TikTokers, all the top social media people, all the music, all the actors, everything under the sun is sold out that has money. What this man has, he wouldn't even be allowed to have none of this in today's world without selling his soul to Satan and bowing down to Esau, All right, so he was able to have these things in a better way that we could these days, because in these days, 2025, you cannot obtain these things without giving up your soul, pretty much your integrity, all right? I gather me also silver and gold in the peculiar, I'm sorry, having a problem saying this, peculiar treasures of kings and of the provinces. I gat me men singers and women singers, and the delights of the sons of men as musical instruments, and that of all sorts. He had everything, man. So I was great and increased more than all that were before me in Jerusalem. Also, my wisdom remained with me. All right, so he had all these things and still had the wisdom of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai with him. So, and that's a great thing that he still had. That, so he was able to tell us. Oh, it's raining. He was able to tell us his stories, so we can learn from him. And whomsoever my eyes desired, I kept not from them. I withheld not my heart from any joy. For my heart rejoiced in all my labor, and this was my portion of all my labor. Then I looked on all the works that my hands had worth, and on the labor that I had labored to do, and behold, all was vanity and vexation of spirit, and there was no profit under the sun. And that was my whole point of this lesson. So everything under the sun is vanity, all right? And it's vanity and vexation of spirit, the riches, the woman, the cars, the clothes, the hoes, everything I suppose, the fame, the being famous, everybody knowing your name, the social media, everything is all vanity and does not profit you, because the only thing that profits you is the scriptures and these words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. See, because the funny part is why all these people, these basketball players living their best lives, these athletes, these top content creators and enjoying their life, they don't know that the Lord about to destroy this place. And nukes is going to destroy everything, including them. So while they're enjoying all these things, they're going to get hit with World War III, and it's all going to stop. And that's why it is all vanity and vexation of spirit, because what really matters is the kingdom of heaven. All right, following the commandments to the best of your abilities, living your life according to these scriptures, because at the end all be all, you want salvation out of this when these things hit, Jacob's trouble. All right, and when these things hit, you want salvation, and that's what you need to be spending your time focusing on and fighting for, and not building up a social media and all that stuff. Even though I'm trying to build up a social media so I can get some money, I figured I can do better than what I'm doing, but I'm not going to take my eye off doing the Lord's work either. All right, so it's not my main thing is I know this place is about to go down, but while it's still here, I'm gonna try to make a little bit more dollars, but I'm not gonna put my life and soul and believe in it. Like, I know people who believe in it and can't wait for it to happen, and they just think they're gonna be famous, not knowing that how Basha and how Shah's about to take this place down. So with that being said, I hope this lesson was edifying to the elect. Shalom.